Broussard, the NBA set to return on July 30th. But over the last couple of days, we've been hearing rumblings of players considering sitting out in a stand for social justice, along with other concerns surrounding health and money. Well, last night, the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, weighed in. He said, quote, "I can only say it may not be for everyone. It will entail enormous sacrifice on behalf of those players and for everyone involved, the coaches, the referees. Listen, it's not an ideal situation. My sense is we're going to be able to work through most of those issues during the next few weeks. But as I've said, we also have an arrangement with the Players Association where if a player chooses not to come, it's not a breach of his contract. We accept that." Nick, I'll start with you. The first part of what Adam Silver had to say. What do you think about how he addressed the players' concerns?
Listen, the single biggest reason I am still extremely confident that the NBA is going to resume on July 30th as scheduled is because, unlike we have seen in other sports, most notably what's going on with Major League Baseball right now, instead of an air of mistrust between the players and management or the players and the commissioner, there is immense trust between the players and management and the players and the commissioner. Not only trust that they are being honest with each other, but trust that their priorities on real-life issues are aligned. Back when the NFL was dealing with the controversy surrounding players kneeling during the anthem, that was legal, according to the NFL CBA, for players to do, and it was still wildly controversial. It's actually not allowed by the NBA CBA, but Adam Silver recognized the moment and said, we're going to talk to our players and figure out what's right. A couple years ago, there was not an uproar, but a minor discussion about whether or not the term owner should be used when we talk about sports teams. You know what the NBA came out and said? Let's just move towards calling what have traditionally been called owners governors. Is it the biggest deal in the world? No. Is it the top priority on anyone's agenda? No. But it's something that would matter at least somewhat to some of our players. It costs us nothing, so why not just do it? Because they feel, the players feel it would be the right thing to do, and the league might actually agree with them. And so because of that, Wilds, I'm not really concerned that some team executive or league executive is going to say something way out of pocket about these protests. I don't think Adam Silver is going to do something to set the league back. And I think the players genuinely, for the most part, Wilds, trust that the commissioner is aligned with them on all these issues together. And I think that's the most important part here.
I agree. And on the players' side, I just want to take a moment to talk about Chris Paul and Chris Paul's leadership. You know, he's dealing with so many issues right now, maybe more than any other Players Association president, and he has to play. So the idea that he's talking about the safety of the players, we're talking about social justice initiatives, we're talking about how logistically the bubble will work, Broussard, and on top of that, Chris is going through and looking at all of that. And then on top of that, he's going to have to suit up and play. I think it's just an immense, he's shouldering an immense amount of responsibility. And I think it's just kudos to him to be able to keep this restart on track with all of the responsibilities that he has.
You both made very good points, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. There is great trust between Adam Silver and the Players Association, or and the players themselves.